You know, it's absolutely necessary that whenever you review a movie that is about a cross-country team, you got to bring out the Flash t-shirt. Because cross-country, Flash, they run, it makes sense. But when it comes to bringing a review about a cross-country team on time, that doesn't make sense. I am the opposite of the Flash when it comes to this review. Okay, so McFarland USA. So McFarland USA stars Kevin Costner, and he's this high school football coach, and due to him being a dick, he gets fired. He's all throwing shoes at kids. Yeah, that's a big no-no when it comes to high school football. And while looking for a job, he and his family moved to this small town called McFarland. This town is overran by my kind of Mexicans. And for my fellow Mexican viewers out there, you must be thinking, you sound gringo, man. Yes. Yes, I do. For those who don't know, yes, I'm Mexican, but I'm pretty whitewashed. And Kevin Costner tries to take over the high school football team at McFarland. That doesn't really work out for him. Then he discovers that these group of kids are extremely talented runners. Then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna pick up cross-country coaching. And as he does that, he turns his average high school kids into a cross-country team, and now we have our movie. Lately, Kevin Costner has been busy. You have to admit, like 4 or 5 films within the past 2 years. It's like, holy shit, dude, when are you gonna stop? And this is his second sports film within that time frame, and before that was Draft Day, and I really like Draft Day. Turns out McFarland USA was better of the two. I really dug this movie. Because you have Kevin Costner as the lead role, and the dude definitely proves that he can still act. He kind of comes across as a dick at times, but he's one of those people where he's like, hey, put your head on your shoulders. Focus. Sometimes you have to be that way in order to make your team into a functional team. Make them know the value of teamwork. And it sounds cheesy, really, but it works for this movie. And what really surprised me is the cast they got to play these kids. They were actually really funny. They would make fun of Kevin Costner being white, where they're just like, hey gringo, you getting tired? Reminder, whitewashed Mexican. All the chemistry between these kids ended up working for this movie. They didn't start off like the best team, but as time goes by, they grow as family. And I'm gonna touch on a few things because this movie got to me personally, so I related to these characters. They didn't live in the best of neighborhoods, and one look at these neighborhoods, you're just like, yeah, don't want to live there. I lived in a neighborhood like this like once in my life. It's really shitty. And the fact that they are cross-country runners. At some point in my life, I ran and competed in cross-country. I understand the sport completely. So the moment that they got to their first race, they had no idea what the hell was going on. They're like, okay, I'll go with it. And when those races came where they felt defeated and broken down, I felt that. And when they were happy and they wanted to celebrate, there was nothing in the world that can stop them. You really cared about these kids. And I know this is a sports movie, it may come across as cheesy, but you can't deny that this is a great story. And I know, as cheesy as it sounds, this movie, just like the sport of cross country, proves that no matter how much it hurts, you keep going and you never stop. Little bit of words of inspiration from your whitewashed Mexican. I'd say the only problem I had with this movie is that it felt like it skipped a couple scenes. Like, for example, you know how in a sports movie the cliche is like, oh, everyone is happy, there's nothing that can bring them down, and something happens where it kind of challenges them and makes them go against one another in a way? Yeah, that happens in this movie, but it kind of breezes past that, where you feel like it didn't really do anything to the characters that much. And I know it's based on a true story, and I'm sure that particular scene may have happened, but I just wish they would have expanded on those scenes a bit more. Yeah, another thing I forgot to mention, it's based on a true story. Make the team feel challenged a bit more. I don't know, I just didn't feel that in the movie. So McFarland USA had great acting. You really care about these characters. Whether or not you're into the sport of cross country, you'll get invested in it. They could have expanded on a few scenes, but that's not really a big issue. As much as I like this movie, it doesn't really bring anything new to the sports movie genre. We've seen just about everything. Either way, I walked out of this movie with a big smile on my face, and I say that McFarland USA is definitely worth the matinee price. And in case you're wondering, since, you know, I competed in cross country, my best time for a 3-mile, it's in between like an 18:10 and an 18:20. And my best time for a mile, like a straight ass mile, it's about like a 5:05-ish. It's really not that fast, but hey, I felt accomplished. Have you guys seen McFarland USA? What did you guys think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, leave a comment below. Oh, and a quick reminder, remember when I put out my Oscar predictions video and I said that there's a whole competition going on and shit? It turns out I came in second place. I didn't win. But the person who did win is this fellow YouTuber named Austin Gaby. I will leave a link in the description below for his channel, since the deal was I had to give him a shout out in my videos for a month straight. He doesn't put out a lot of content, but he's gonna revamp his channel very soon, and I want you guys to be there. This dude is really awesome. Go check him out. And as always, there's a link for my Twitter and my Facebook in the description below. Keep in contact with me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, but in the meantime, I have to get going.